welcome. It's Lisa here with another yoga video for you. Today we are going to focus on our back. Most of my clients and the people that I see in class and who I work with privately, that's probably my number one comment that I hear from people is like, my low back. So whether it's from sitting too much or getting outside in the yard or shoveling snow or whatever the reason is, today we're going to have a flow focused specifically on the back and just what we can do to kind of help keep it healthy. We'll need a yoga mat and some sort of prop, whether that's an actual yoga block or maybe if you have a towel or a blanket you can roll up, either one is fine. We're just going to need it for a couple of poses, so don't worry if you don't have an actual block. So if you're ready to get started, you're going to join me on the mat, and now we're going to roll back onto our back. So I want you to bend your knees, walk the heels back towards your sit bone, and bringing both hands just to rest on our stomachs here. So we're going to start with just some breathing. So I want you to focus on really big, deep inhales and exhales. So I want you to feel those hands move. So when you inhale, I want those hands to come up. Exhale, hands come down. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now don't worry if they're not super big or you don't get this big, huge movement. I just want you to bring your breath into your focus so that we just have a conscious feeling of that, really expanding those lungs, getting some oxygen in. So we're just going to take a couple of rounds of this. So just focus some nice big inhales and exhales. Let's take one more here. All right, so now we can let those hands relax to the side. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. So we want to, this is going to be a really tiny movement, so you may not see anything. So I want you to think about scooping your tailbone up and then pressing it into the mat. So as you scoop, your low back should come flush to the floor. And as you press your tailbone down, just that little bit of the low back will come up. I don't need an arch. It's just going to be that, just that little bit. So just take a couple of those, almost like you're rocking your tailbone forward and back here. So just nice and slow. Let's take a couple more here. All right, let's bring that pelvis just back to a neutral position. Now we're going to take it into some flowing bridge. So feet are going to be about hip distance apart. I just want you to press your feet down as your hips lift. So we're just going to nice and slow lift and lower our hips. Don't need to go really high because we're just kind of warming up, but I want you to think about squeezing those glutes as we lift and then slowly lower it back. So this is going to open the quads a bit, open our hamstrings, get into that low back. So let's just take a couple more here. Nice and slow. One more. All right, so now we're going to take that left leg, let it relax all the way to the floor. We're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest or towards the armpit, wherever it feels comfortable. And now we're just going to circle that right ankle. Maybe point and flex that foot a little bit. All right, let's switch it to the other side. So we'll bring that left knee in towards our chest. Let's circle that ankle, point and flex here. Just nice and slow. We're going to take it one more time each side. Remembering to breathe here, just nice and gentle. All right, we're going to bring that right knee in now. Let's just take a little rock side to side. So if we think the knees together as 12 o'clock, in the center, we're just going to take it 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So just a little bit of a rock side to side here. All right, we're going to keep the knees together, and using both knees, let's draw some nice big circles. Again, this is just kind of a nice little massage to that low back. Let's switch it up. We'll take it in that opposite direction. Just nice and big here. All right, we're gonna bring both feet back down to the floor, and I want you to bring the bottoms of the feet together, soles of the feet together, let those knees relax open, and then nice and slow, bring them together. Like your knees are butterfly wings here. We're just gonna nice and slow lift and lower. If this doesn't feel comfortable, we can just let those knees relax open. Or if this just feels better as a stretch, we're just gonna take us a couple more times here. Nice job. All right, so let's bring those knees back together and in towards our chest, and we're gonna bring ourselves all the way to all fours. So I'm just gonna rock myself forward and back a little bit here until I come up to seated. You can roll to your side if that feels better, but we're gonna meet on all fours. So we want that nice long spine. We want our hips over the knees, shoulders are gonna be over our wrists, and now we're gonna take some cat-cow. So as we come into cat, I want you to bring your chin towards your chest, tailbone rounds under, spine is arched. As we come into cow, maybe add a little bend to those elbows. Think about pressing our stomach towards the floor, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone up toward the ceiling. So let's just take a couple at your own pace. Let's take it nice and slow, back and forth here. And if it feels really nice maybe to hang out in cow for an extra breath, you certainly can. Or maybe cat feels particularly nice today, so give it an extra moment or two. All right, let's bring that spine back to neutral. So sometimes we think about our back, we think all of the stretches have to be for our back, but we don't ever always think about our core. So a strong core is gonna protect our back. So we're just gonna do a little bit of core work here. So I want you to spread your hands nice and wide. Toes can tuck under. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lift the knees up off the mat. So maybe just an inch, and we're gonna hold it here. So press the hands down, pull that belly button back toward the spine, and then slowly bring the knees back down. So it's just gonna be a little bit of a hover of those knees. We're gonna take it 2 more times. So here we go, remembering to breathe. Let's lift those knees, pull that core in tight, holding it here. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And then slowly bring it down. All right, we're gonna take it 1 more, getting that core nice and strong. Here we go. Holding it here. And slowly relax it down. Perfect. So now I just want you to take it side to side. So hips and shoulders kind of go in the opposite direction. You could try to make a little wave with the spine here. All right, so back to all fours. Let's draw some nice big circles. So we'll get those wrists and shoulders warmed up a little bit. Get those hips going. We're gonna take it in that opposite direction and just nice and big, however you'd like. And now we'll bring it back to all fours. So we're just gonna take a quick breather here. So I want you to step those knees wide, coming into child's pose. So here we're gonna bring that block, if you'd like. So as we come into child's pose, I want you to sink your hips back toward the heels. Arms can rest on the floor. And then we're just gonna bring that head to rest either on that blanket or maybe on our block. Just kind of relax it here. If you want to add maybe a little rock side to side, if that feels nice in your hips, use that today. And just focus on in, exhale out. Just take a couple of breathers here. All right, so we're gonna nice and slow come back to all fours. We're just gonna set that block to the side for a moment. And staying on the knees, again, firing up that core, I want you to take the shoulders forward a little bit. We're gonna take a modified plank. So press the ground away, pulling that belly button towards our spine, nice strong core. And now we're just gonna slowly come all the way down to our stomachs here. We're going to take a little modified Superman. So I want you to extend your arms up and overhead, legs extend back behind us. We're going to lift the right arm, left leg, and take it down. Take it to the other side, so left arm, right leg. So let's just take it a little side to side here. Just nice and slow. Taking it back and forth. All right, so now we're going to bring ourselves onto our forearms. So just bring those arms back towards us. We're going to lift the chest. Kind of turn to the side so you can see better. So on our forearms, chest nice and tall, shoulders down and relaxed. Little Sphinx pose. So this will again get into that upper back, low back just a little bit here. So we're just going to breathe. If this doesn't feel comfortable, bring yourself all the way down and just take a little cobra. So hands to the outside, squeeze those shoulders. All right, so we're going to relax ourselves all the way down and then press ourselves back to all fours. We are on the home stretch now, guys. You're doing great. So we're going to bring those feet back through to seated. And again, we're going to finish on our back. So we're going to roll all the way down, bending the knees, walk those heels back. So we did that flowing bridge in the beginning, so just take a couple of those. And then we're going to take a bridge hold option. So if you would like, we're going to press the feet in, lift the hips up, and hold it here. If that doesn't feel nice, we're going to grab a block, bring it underneath that low back for a little supported bridge. So again, legs are going to be about hip distance apart. We're just going to let ourselves relax here and breathe. Just take a couple nice big inhales and exhales. All right, and then slowly bringing that back down or lowering ourselves all the way to the mat. Let's step those feet nice and wide. Last couple of stretches here. We'll take some wide-legged windshield wipers. So you want to walk the feet so that the outside edge of the foot is to the outside edge of the mat. And now we're just going to let the knees fall side to side. Little twist here. Nice job. All right, let's bring those knees back to the center. Walk the feet close. And we're just going to let the knees relax together. And here you're going to finish with a little final relaxation. So I will kind of let you, if you want to stop the video here and give yourselves a few moments, you're certainly welcome to. Just take as little or as long as you'd like, really just letting yourself feel supported in the mat. Just allowing yourselves a couple of nice, big, deep inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, you can come out of your final relaxation. Again, taking as long or as little time as you'd like. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video on giving our back a little love and attention. If there's something that you would like to see a video on, if there's a flow, a sequence, even a part of the body that you wish you knew a little bit more about, that you could stretch a little bit better, then shoot me a comment. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time.